All right, we're live on Ranger Radio, broadcasting an exciting NLTP matchup. These are A-team players. Even though it's Wednesday, this is an A-team game between Jukes and Cats and Noah's Ark. If anybody's listening and would like to co-commentate, feel free to jump in the channel with me, and we'll do this. Looks like both teams are ready to go. All right, we're live on Ranger Radio, broadcasting an that, or we're going to have an echo the whole time. So we have Jukes and Cats on red, Noah's Ark on blue. Everybody's ready to go. Kitten Panda is the group leader, so we're just waiting on him to launch. All right, looks like we might be getting underway here. Kitten Panda checking sure, make sure both sides are ready to go. Blue team is ready. A lot of anticipation here. All right. Somebody jump in channel? No. All right, looks like we might be getting underway here. Kitten Panda. Fucking echo. Nice. All right, so we are launching. Map this week is Danger Zone 3. Jukes and Cats on red, Noah's Ark on blue. Both teams fighting for good spawns. As a reminder, there are 5 pups on this map. 1 in each base, 1 mid, 1 bottom, and 1 top. So both teams trying to get spawns to try to get as many of those 5 pups as possible. And we are launching. Yakid able to boost top and get that juke juice. Flama Blanca able to get a Tag Pro bottom going into red base. Dubstep out ahead of 2. We'll see whether or not that Tag Pro in base disrupts things. Looks like Dubstep is going to have to take a lap and gets returned before he can. I plan that with an uncontested regrab. But he's going to have to get around Noah here, try to get into base. And Noah and Snap's able to track him down. So Dubstep continues the regrab train. Snap's holding it at bay with the boost and is able to snipe him and clear out base for his team. Flama Blanca not able to get out of red base, so both flags reset. Just about 1 minute in, we've seen a couple of grabs that haven't amounted to much, but now that pups are going to be spawning again in just a few seconds, looks like both teams are starting to think about getting them. Dubstep going to fight Flama Blanca for that top pup, and looks like Flama Blanca is still going to be able to get that. Rolling Bomb gets quickly defused. A couple of the pups are still sitting there. I think that's something we'll see as this match goes on, is that certain pups just don't get grabbed, and the timers are all going to get separated from each other. The Mega Noob winds up getting tracked down by Dubstep with Super Diglett containing. And Flama Blanca going to try to get out of base, but Yakid quickly uses the Super Boost going in reverse to clean out base. So once again, both flags reset. Tag Pro finally gets grabbed bottom very late. And looks like with this Tag Pro lead, oh, nope, unfortunately not able to take advantage of that Tag Pro lead. So the Mega Noob going to go ahead and go Flag Pro since he's the last man left, and this Tag Pro's out anyway. Looks like he's going to be able to get out ahead of Super Diglett and Yak It. Might be, he was probably thinking about that slam dunk, but unfortunately that boost wasn't there, and now Yak It has him partially contained, and Super Diglett able to get the return, but not before he's able to grab that Tag Pro. Looks like something could be happening here. Oh, Flama Blanca not able to get out in front, and now he opts to take a lap. Oh, and with a very clever misdirection, is able to boost back bottom. This will be the first cap of our match. Noah's Ark takes a 1-point lead. Dubstep able to grab and get out ahead of 3. So it's all up to Flama Blanca now. It doesn't look like any of the other blue balls are going to be able to get out in front. These blocks look pretty well, and Dubstep able to equalize. A lot of commotion over in red base. Blue base relatively quiet, with snaps to Noah reset on D. Both flag carriers able to get out of base and get ahead of 2 pretty quickly, and they wind up kissing. The regrab finally gets their flag pro. I plan that, able to kind of stutter step and get around Flama Blanca. Again, actually ahead of 4, but looks like Noah and Flama Blanca are going to track him down, and the bomb gets hit to produce a quick return. Super Diglett navigating bottom very easily and able to walk it in for a cap. Seems like both teams are struggling a little bit to get regrab in place, and that there just cost Noah's Ark a cap. Flama Blanca able to get out ahead again. Regrabs are in place for both teams now, so we won't see any quick caps here. Super Diglett staying back on Re for the Jukes and Cats. Noah staying on Re for Noah's Ark. I plan that getting sniped by my Mega Noob. Tag Pro bottom just kind of sitting there for anybody who wants it. But both teams ignoring those top and bottom pups. Flag carriers attempting to get them when they can, but really no concerted effort by either team to go out of their way to grab them. Unfortunate boost for Super Diglett, goes right into snaps, but I plan that does have the regrab uncontested, and Super Diglett attempts a very ambitious snipe that doesn't work out. Dubstep able to grab, nobody's chasing him now, so he'll probably be able to go get that Tag Pro bottom, which is now finally been grabbed. Noah deploying the bombs, and Dubstep rolls right into a boost into a spike. The Mega Noob also spikes, so I plan that now has an opportunity to get out. Looks like he's going to be contained back into the blue base by snaps, but uses the bomb and gets out in front. Couple of unpredictable bomb ricochets there, result in the cap for Noah and Noah's Ark. The score now 2-2 with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Flama Blanca boosting in, not able to get that grab, and now it's a 2v2 in red base. Dubstep able to get out ahead of 2. Forced to ignore that Tag Pro because his teammates are probably telling him to come on in. And they're able to part the sea, and the blocks were real. It'll enable Dubstep to cap. I planned that, putting a sick block up. That Tag Pro mid finally being grabbed. Very exciting match so far, very balanced. 3-2 for Jukes and Cats at the moment. Both flag carriers just trying to stay safe, stay out of harm's way with 4 minutes left to go. Looks like both teams are getting a little bit exhausted of the chase. This is a very chasey map and kind of difficult to contain. Yak It almost pushing Dubstep into the defender, but he's able to get away and get a kiss. Mega Noob going flag pro, and he's just going to kind of bide his time. Dubstep trying to snipe him, but a little bit too late to get it. But he is there in time for the regrab, and he's once again ahead of 2. Super Diglett has a Tag Pro, but not going to be able to get a return since nobody's chasing Noah right now. I plan that, now able to get that wall snipe. with 3 minutes to go in the first half. 1 cap lead for Jukes and Cats. I plan that, gonna RB up bottom, and we're gonna see whether or not a return is possible. Nobody's really chasing White Flame right now, or Flama Blanca, excuse me. Rolling Bomb gets grabbed. Noah has a rolling re, so if his flag carrier ever gets tracked down, which he does, Noah's going to be able to very easily get out of base here. Definitely very easy to become wary of chasing on this map. I have recent experience on that. Noah's rolling bomb is out, so although he made a trek back to his base, looks like he's probably going to have to try to get out of there and actually just chooses to force the kiss. Flama Blanca now grabbing and probably going to hit that rolling bomb mid, and he does indeed. See whether or not his teammates can get a return on dubstep, and he's not going to be able to walk it in just yet. The returns are not there yet. He's hanging around base, but there's just too many red balls there for him to be able to walk it in. Here's an opportunity, though. Looks like there's only one man to beat. A couple of bad grabs for Jukes and Cats, and Flama Blanca able to patiently wait and walk it in as Snaps and Noah put up the blocks on Yakut. With 1.5 minutes left in the first half, this game is a dead heat, 3-3. Dubstep grabbing a rolling bomb bottom, but just trying to get to the flag in time. He's able to get a grab off, but dangerous situation here. And this, just in time, looks like nope, Flama Blanca is still going to be able to get that cap due to Noah's tag pro in base. Both flags reset with 1 minute to go. Pups are going to gradually start respawning here. Red base is clear once again. Couple of very low percentage grabs over in blue base. Dubstep using the super boost to grab, and during his .25 he's actually able to survive for a moment, but Noah mans those boosts and doesn't let him out. 30 seconds left, currently a 1 cap lead for Noah's Ark. So I'm a mega noob with the last realistic capping opportunity here, but 3 red balls to beat 4 seconds. Just doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it in there. Nope. Alright, good half, gentlemen. So looking at the stats, 14 returns for Snaps, 10 returns for Super Diglett. The big runaway stat here is Flama Blanca with 3 caps and 347 of hold. So I think clearly for this first half he was the MVP for Noah's Ark. But both teams playing very well, doing a good job of holding the flag, containing, so there's been a very balanced match so far. We'll jump over to our Twitch chat. And nobody's talking, so that's good. So we'll probably have a very short pause. I'm sure both captains are just giving their team a little bit of advice or congratulation or criticism, trying to get ready for the second half. Still obviously a very close 1 cap game. They have not switched sides yet, so we'll probably see them switch right before they play that second half. There was some discussion of switching servers, so I think maybe they might be negotiating playing the second half on Pi. We'll see. Radius, at least on my end, seemed to be pretty smooth, so I'm not sure if it's a matter of servers and ping or if they're just concerned with the stability. But it looks like they're switching sides. They might be staying on this server. All right, the side's been switched, so Noah's Ark now on red, Jukes and Cats now on blue. Again, the red team, Noah's Ark, now has a 4-3 lead going into the second half. Couple of, looks like we do have a lineup change on Jukes and Cats. Looks like M Forcer is in exchange for Yakut. All right, so we are launching. I forgot to do this before, but I'll go and switch to the slightly zoomed in view for posterity's sake. We'll get a little bit bigger, cleaner view of the map. All right, both sides again fighting for spawns. Currently a 1-cap lead, 4-3 for the red team, Noah's Ark. Okay, a Tag Pro in red base, Tag Pro in blue base as well. Okay, all 5 pups have been grabbed with a 3-2 advantage for Jukes and Cats. Looks like they got a couple of Tag Pros and a Rolling Bomb. So Mega Noob able to get out ahead at 3, and if they can get Dubstep out of position. Oh wow, what a block from Noah. I think they might have been able to walk it in anyway, but Noah secured it with an amazing boost block. And Forma Blanca tries to slam dunk, but there's a blue ball positioned perfectly to stop him from doing that. So we now have a 2-cap lead overall aggregate for Noah's Ark. Enforcer trying to get into base, and it's a 2v2 block situation, so they're going to try to set up the blocks for him, and miscommunication, he goes around the backside. It looks like they were trying to actually part the sea for him so he could come straight in. And what would have been a slam dunk is unfortunately not possible due to biffing it and hitting the spike. So pups are now respawning, and looks like this time they all got grabbed actually on time, which is a departure from the last half that we saw where some of the pups were not grabbed on time. So I plan that, does have an opportunity here. Snap's able to take a boost off of one of the corners and get kind of an interesting snipe in what otherwise might have been an opportunity for Jukes and Cats. Noah going to clean out base with a nice snipe using the gate boosts. Palma Blanca has a tough task ahead of him, but Mega Noob able to set the blocks up and allow him to get out ahead of 2. So with 2 balls in base, soon to be 3, soon to be 4, this is going to be tough for Forma Blanca to get in unless Dubstep gets contained, and it looks like he's not going to. So both flag carriers now out. Another round of pups respawning. Dubstep takes the very risky step just to get that juice of trying to go through those mid spikes, and that actually would have been a cap right there for Jukes and Cats, but the slam dunk gets thrown off again by a bad boost. Dubstep using the button to kill that top gate and send 2 red balls back to their spawns. Here's an opportunity. They're going to be able to walk this one right in. Dubstep able to cap for Jukes and Cats, and they're the lead to 1 for Noah's Ark. Oh, I'm not sure that's how he intended to use those boosts, but maybe it was. Mega Noob now return for cap situation, but Dubstep's just hanging out by that bomb, so that return isn't coming. Hopefully his teammates are telling him. And he gets sniped anyway, so moot point. Follow Blanca with a Juice. He's theoretically got 4 beat here. Everybody kind of biffs that super boost, so he's just going to walk this one in really easily. So now again, a 2-cap lead for Noah's Ark. Noah able to almost get past Super Diglett, but just last pixel. And Super Diglett manages to get another very nice return, but Follow Blanca using the gate to buy himself some time and get out, but he's once again behind 4. So an opportunity here. Fama Blanca only has 2 to beat. He's not going to be able to get around M-Forcer, who positions himself well to stand in front of that bomb. So I'm a Mega Noob choosing to take the Juice as opposed to trying to get out, and M-Forcer stops him from getting any further with that bomb. Tag Pro conveniently spawns for Noah on defense, so looks like that red base is going to be pretty clear. Flama Blanca can just oh wow, his teammates could have told him to be patient with that Tag Pro on D, and he could have pretty much just walked that in, probably backdoor. But we've seen a lot of very close near misses for both teams here, and some very smart defensive play, offensive D on both sides as well. So another opportunity, Mega Noob only with 1 to beat. He's going to go back door here, and good use of the button by the red team, by Noah's Ark to permit that situation. So now a 3-cap lead for Noah's Ark with 5 minutes to go in the second half. It's starting to look like Noah's Ark has a little bit better handle on pups this time around. I haven't been counting, but it just seems that they're grabbing a few more. Super Diglett able to close the door on that super boost, and this could be an opportunity now for Jukes and Cats to narrow the lead to 2. Just not able to get those blocks set up in time. They were, he had to be very patient there, and by the time he attempted it, there were 3 red balls in base. Dubstep using the bombs. Wow, very skillfully to get through gate there. And he is going to be ahead of 2. Mega Noob smartly grabbing that button and preventing a cap. Noah able to skillfully snipe again, but probably hesitated there, thinking about getting that pup mid, and then just didn't quite hit it. So both flags back in base. I plan that going to try to get out with the Tag Pro lead, and looks like he's going to be able to get out of base. Dubstep staying back on regrab, able to grab the base pup as well. So both flag carriers kind of taking a lap right now, with regrab set up on both sides. This bomb, yeah, Noah's going to be able to use that bomb to get the return. Snap staying out in front of Dubstep and gets juked. Dubstep able to get around him, and Fama Blanca with a nice snipe. Both teams really doing a very good job of getting resets. Hence, we have not a runaway score, but a very balanced score. Only a 3-cap lead for Jukes and Cats. A 7-4 aggregate so far. Or, excuse me, for Noah's Ark. I apologize. 7-4 lead for Noah's Ark so far with 3 minutes to go. So tag pros for both teams in the blue base. And that Tag Pro lead is gone, so my Mega Noob able to get past M-Forcer, but now he's going to get contained by Super Diglett and M-Forcer. Fama Blanca with a nice regrab opportunity. Gets out ahead, but this bomb could spell trouble, and it does. So the blocks are getting set up. Juice for M-Forcer. Dubstep trying to figure out where to go, but just taking too long to get in base. Oh, but M-Forcer able to get the blocks set up and narrow that lead to 2. So Jukes and Cats are trying to come back here. They're only down 2 with 2 minutes to go against Noah's Ark. Return for cap situation from a Mega Noob, but no one is anywhere near getting that return. I plan that just hanging out bottom, waiting for his team to get there. So I'm sure he Probably told them we don't have a re, get somebody there. Super Diglett taking a nice boost through the spikes to get a tag pro mid. Looks like Super Diglett and I planned that kind of going the same way there, so not able to contain, but Flama Blanca able to take a nice boost top and get out ahead of just about everybody. Oh, but I planned that fights for that button, and he really was the last line of defense there. Otherwise, that would have been a sure cap. Mega Noob avoids the double tap. His RB gets deployed, but minute and a half left to go. 2-cap game. Overall, 7-5 aggregate in favor of Noah's Ark so far. So my Mega Noob sitting on the bomb, and Super Diglett just takes that boost and takes his chances and is able to get the snipe. Couple of quick flacets. Flama Blanca gonna go ahead and rolling bomb up. And he avoids taking the bottom route since those bombs would have been a major vulnerability for him. All blue balls in red base, so he's just being patient, waiting for a couple flacets. And M4cer leaves base here and tries to stay out in front. Kind of an interesting strategy there. They chose to get aggressive. I guess down 2, they realized they couldn't just wait in red base. Dubstep was going to have a nice clear path to that rolling bomb, but unfortunately gets bombed out of the way, so he's going to be able to get around 1 here. My Mega Noob kisses, 20 seconds to go. They're just holding on to their 2-cap lead, and Noah's thinking about trying to make it 3. It looks like he's going to be able to, so a 3-cap lead for Noah's Ark, and barring the unlikely, looks like that'll be the ending. Aggregate score of 8-5 in advantage of Noah's Ark over Jukes and Cats.
3, 2, 1.
Couple of highlights statistically. Noah had 12 returns and a cap for his team. We had 2 caps for Mega Noob, 1 cap for Flama Blanca, so and then 11 returns for Snaps. So really, just all around, we had some great play. On the Jukes and Cats side, Dubstep with 2 caps and 5 returns himself, and Super Diglett with 12 returns. So lots of great play from both sides. Great game. 8-5 aggregate in favor of Noah's Ark. We'll just go ahead and tree this one more time. All right, so hopefully we'll get a few more viewers, build a little bit more hype for this very exciting match, which so far has been extremely balanced. Both teams have played very well, and a couple of positive breaks in advantage of Noah's Ark, who did a couple of extra things that enabled them to win. Some very good jobs, good decision making, and definitely both teams appear to have really practiced the map and have demonstrated a lot of mastery of the bombs and boosts, and really exciting game so far. So I'm sure we'll see a very exciting second game as well, as Jukes and Cats tries to get the split and Noah's Ark tries to get the sweep. All right, so it looks like both teams might be still talking about their lineups. Noah does have 4 balls in on the blue side, so looks like Noah, Snaps, Flama Blanca, and Omega Noob will stay in for Noah's Ark. They are not changing things up, understandably, because things are going very well for them. On the red side, we only have 2 balls in, so looks like Jukes and Cats might still be making some decisions. Both teams killing a little bit of time here. Maybe Jukes and Cats talking strats, trying to figure out how they can win the second game. They had a lot of opportunities. It was an 8-5 score in the first game, but played very evenly. Both teams had a lot of great plays. So it looks like we'll be joined shortly by Charm. He's going to co-commentate, so you'll hear more than just my voice in a minute.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Ranger.
Hello, how's it going?
Great, you?
Doing okay. So very exciting first game here, 8-5 victory for Noah's Ark. But as I was just telling our viewers, very balanced game. Both teams played very well. We had some very nice 6 snipes. We had some great flag carrying by both sides. Just a couple of mistakes that were made by Jukes and Cats. A couple of opportunities that didn't work out. We saw a couple of attempts at a slam dunk top that wound up going into spikes and whatnot that otherwise would have been capped. So really,
Oh,
the second game, I think we're going to see another very balanced match, and I think anyone can win it.
yeah. Do you know who was playing the first game for both teams?
Um, what do you mean, like who was on the
Who was
lineups?
in? Yeah,
There
yeah.
were a
What are the
couple of
lineups?
changes on Jukes and Cats. The Noah's Ark lineup is pretty much, I think, exactly what's in there right now. Noah, Snaps, Flama Blanca, and Omega Noob. For Jukes and Cats, Super Diglett was in the whole time. Dubstep was in, I think, the whole time. Yakit was in for the first half, but not the second. And I think M. Forcer had come in place of Yakit for the second half. And
Oh, nice.
I don't know who I missed there. I think I missed somebody there, but we'll see in a second. But just a lot of great plays for both teams. All right, so we'll switch back over to our zoomed in view for our viewers. Both teams fighting for spawns. Again, we have 5 pups, so Tag Pro on the blue side, which is
3,
Noah's Ark. Red side is
2,
Jukes and Cats. They're going to
1.
be able to grab a Juke Juice. And then 2 rolling bombs and a Juke Juice in top, mid, and bottom. So Dubstep using the Super Boost to get across the map. Noah with the Tag Pro on D, so he's really not going to let anybody into base easily. But Khan does have a rolling bomb, so we'll see what he does with it.
Looks like Red has 3 power-ups, actually. Rolling Bomb, Juke Juice on D. Ooh, that was interesting.
Yeah, so Khan trying to get around these bombs. Snap's able to use the bomb to just very slowly get a return.
Nice snipe by Yakit for the return for Red.
So both flags back in base. Khan not able to solo grab, walks right into a gate.
Got Dubstep trying to get something right here. Grabs.
Yeah,
Almost. Can he do it? And he's
yeah.
out. Looks like he's out.
Yep. Okay, Khan's able to block those boosts, so now looks like he will in fact be out, but
Ooh.
he might just be looking to kiss here. Oh wow, Dubstep's still alive miraculously after some Wow.
Oh,
Just
wow.
lots of bombs and boosts,
Oh,
and then he
dubstep. And now he's got the
magically
rolling
gets
bomb.
a
Wow.
rolling bomb. Now I'm sure he had a timer there and knew that it was spawning, but the rolling
Oh,
bomb
for
is
sure.
really only a 1 in 3 opportunity, so ultimately not enough for him. He goes back to base, but the return wasn't coming, so he gets contained, and Khan boosts right into gate in his own base. Looks like both sides trying to get a little bit too aggressive about getting back to base, particularly Jukes and Cats, when the returns aren't quite there.
Uh-oh, this is... Oh, never mind. Blue's fine.
Yeah, so Jukes and Cats on red, Noah's Ark on blue. Khan is just going to go ahead and go back to blue base and probably wait for an opportunity. Super Diglett gets that button for him, and Khan's going to try to. Oh, he doesn't slam dunk it. I'm sure Dubstep told him Noah was sitting right in front of that button, but unfortunately he gets gated in the process. So Flama Blanca has a return for cap situation, but Super Diglett is nowhere near being returned. He's hanging out bottom next to the
Waiting
bomb.
for the pup.
Yeah, he's waiting for that pup to spawn and making sure his
This will be
teammate regrab.
interesting. Oh, he should have used the bomb.
Yeah, I think he was planning on it, but Snap's just
Uh-oh.
able to get around him. So an opportunity, but
This could
Super
be
Diglett's
bad
going
for
to
the...
be able to use
Oh,
that bomb. Mega Noob with a tag
you
pro
know,
on O.
I really like Super Diglett. Being part of the Jukes and Cats team, he really is a... he can go both ways. He's an offensive player and a defensive player at the same time. Like, he's a really good sniper, and he's good at containing, also aggressive, and he knows when to go on re when the offense does not have the re.
A couple of quick flacids in blue base leaves them very securely reset. Dubstep taking the super boost to get across the map, and now there's two balls in there. Looks like Dubstep's going to be able to get out ahead of 2. We'll see whether or not Yakit and Super Diglett can get the blocks,
That
and
looks like it's a
Dubstep
cap.
able to boost in for a 1 cap lead for Jukes and Cats with 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Oh, could this be another cap for the red team?
I don't know
Oh, for
what
the blue
happened
team.
there. He hesitated, thought about getting that RB, and
Mm.
just got tracked down. Otherwise, I think they may have had a cap there. Flama Blanca
But
now
then
with the
again,
tag pro on the button.
Blue does have a tag pro, so you never know what could
He
happen.
was out of position though. I mean,
True.
that really.
He was up by the pup.
I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm just saying I think that would have been a cap if he had gone for it. But it's hard for him to know that.
Yeah.
So what I think happened is that he thought about getting the RB and hesitated, and in the moment of hesitation, he got tracked down. Mega Noob boosting into a defender, but does respawn in blue base with a tag pro. Unfortunately, the return is nowhere in sight. Super Diglett only being chased by 1 at the moment, and very safe bottom. Gates snaps, so he has a pretty clear path back to base, but Mega Noob there on regrab, so Yakit able to get the return, positions himself well to block the boost.
Blue flag carrier has a juke juice. Looks like there's a juke juice mid, and Yakit's gonna grab that.
Both flags back in base.
It's
Quick
reset.
flaccid.
Here we go. Dubstep with the grab.
So this looks like a
Trying to
hand.
get out.
Well, it looked like a handoff, but then he almost got
It was
out.
a handoff.
I think it might. Well, it
Wasn't
would have been a
planned to be
cleaner
a
handoff
handoff.
if he had just died
Yeah.
instead of trying to get out. But I'm sure he figured he could probably get
Khan
out, and he
trying
almost did.
coming in slowly.
He avoided the bomb to allow his teammates to get the blocks, but in so doing, there's now 4 balls in base. So he's going to go get a rolling bomb. And
Looks like there's a tag pro bottom. Somebody needs to get that. It's just sitting there.
something that we've noticed during. I mean, I've streamed a majors, minors, and now NLTP game on this map is with so many pups, the bottom and top pups just get ignored by everybody except for the flag carrier, pretty much. So some teams have taken. Oh, Flama Blanca able to walk in a cap there. The regrab just got killed for Jukes and Cats, so there was nobody there. So now a 1-1 game. So we've noticed just a lot of situations where teams that do a better job of sort of not just having a general sense of when that pup is spawning, but exactly having good timers, knowing
Like
exactly when
right
it's
here, the
spawning.
red needs to really get on re. Oh,
Yeah,
but
I'm
not
not sure
anymore.
what sort of confusion was happening there, but no regrab. Dubstep just flacids into Noah, so that has been, if I had to point to one factor to the 8-5 result in the first half, I'd say a few careless grabs by Jukes and Cats, some flacids, or situations where maybe they weren't exactly flacids, but just low probability of getting out of base.
So like when the offensive partner wasn't waiting for his other partner to get there, and there's just like a
Yeah,
1v2 grab, and then he
exactly, like
gets
a
his easy
1v2
return.
grab where they were really unlikely to get out.
This is
And
not looking good for the Jukes and
yeah, Jukes and Cats, another, just exactly what we were talking about, a couple of bad grabs that result in Flama Blanca being able to just walk in another cap. So starting to see a little bit of desperation from Jukes and Cats in their offensive decision making.
3 minutes left, 2-1. Jukes and Cats are down by 1.
This is still the first half, so we really have 13 minutes, but 3 minutes left in the first half, so definitely not time for desperation yet. So Flama Blanca out ahead of 2 with a rolling bomb. His teammates are going to fight for that button, but I think Flama Blanca is just going to go back door, and he walks it in even without the rolling bomb. It winds up expiring before he gets there, but the blocks were very real in blue base.
That is very unfortunate for Jukes and Cats.
Keep in mind, we're trying to call a balanced game here, Charm. No favorites. So Mega Noob able to walk in another cap, and this is starting to quickly get out of hand for Jukes and Cats. Noah's Ark firmly in control now with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Noah's Ark also has a great re-grab train going right now. Jukes and Cats needs to do something about that.
Yeah, it just seems like the biggest thing they can do once they get a reset is to really try not to allow their offensive players to be grabbing in situations where they're not going to be able to get out. Oh, and Super Diglett just shows up right on time to be able to stop a cap and get out of base ahead of 3. And now he's ahead of 4. The return just doesn't come in time. Otherwise, that would have been another cap. Mega Noob able to grab a rolling bomb bottom, and Jukes and Cats had another opportunity, but just not able to capitalize. Wow, Super Diglett taking a interesting boost bottom, hitting the corner, and able to get around Noah, and then splits
And
Noah and
splits.
snaps. Wow, just some great flag carrying there by Super Diglett, but unfortunately for the Jukes and Cats, the returns are just not coming.
Oh, this is not
And
looking
Flama
good for the
Blanca
red
ahead
team.
of 4, so again, a couple of, a return followed by no regrab, and now a 4-cap lead for Noah's Ark with a minute to go in the first half. And looks like we may have a counter cap here. Khan able to walk it in, narrow the lead to 3. Noah's Ark 5, Jukes and Cats 2. Trying to take advantage of the momentum swing. Dubstep's able to get out ahead of 2. And,
see if he can get another cap.
Oh, and a very fortunate spawn for Jukes and Cats. Able to get a return they otherwise wouldn't have. There was a little bit of luck there, but it paid off for Jukes and Cats, able to narrow the lead to 2. Can definitely feel the momentum swing here. With 16 seconds to go,
Let's see if Khan can get a cap.
He plays it very conservative, tries to slam to and just boy, we've seen a lot of that from Jukes and Cats this round, dying on those spikes. Yeah.
2, 1.
All right, so 5-3 advantage for Noah's Ark after one half. So the main thing I saw, Charm, was first just want to commentate on the stats. 4 caps for Flama Blanca, and I just want to point out that I think at least 3 out of those 4 caps were situations where it was pretty much 4 beat and he was able to just walk it in. Not to take anything away, he did a great job grabbing and getting out of base, but it just seems
and getting pops.
Yeah, and he got those pops. It just seems like those times where he had to cap, it wasn't because he did something magical in his own base. It was because the other team just made some bad grabs. And,
mistakes by Jukes and Cats.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Okay, thanks, Ron. All right, so Jukes and Cats looks like they might be changing things up a little bit. C Bivy now goes in. Who else will Jukes and Cats put in the lineup? Down by 2 in their second game.
Well, it looks like they just need another offensive player. So
Yeah,
I'm
so
thinking they're going to put in. Uh, maybe I planned that.
is there a reason they took Super Diglett out, you think? Or
I maybe lag issues or
yeah, it seemed like he played pretty well. So I'm surprised if
they
he
are playing
gets
on
benched
Pi,
here.
and I'm pretty sure Diglett is a Radius Spear, which shouldn't give him too much lag.
Okay.
Because I'm a Pi player as well.
Yeah. One thing that, and I think we were starting to talk about this because we saw this a few times at the end. Okay, so M Forcer coming back in for Jukes and Cats. Um, Something that we saw a little bit of. Oh, and Super Diglett is back in, so it looks like C Bivy,
So
Super
Yakut's
Diglett, M Forcer, and Yakut will be the
Vivi's playing
teams.
O.
Okay, so Noah's Ark now on red, Jukes and Cats on blue. Again, a 5-3 advantage for Noah's Ark. So one thing that we saw a lot was situations where a Jukes and Cats flag carrier would try to go either top or bottom and just kind of misread the angle on those boosts. And they'd wind up, there were a few situations in the last game and this game where if they could have just cleanly hit the boost, it was a cap because they had everybody beat. But in their haste to get through that area, they would kind of biff it and hit a corner or just go right into a spike or hit the bombs or, just do something kind of clumsy. And it just seems like the Noah's Ark folks are just doing a much better job of cleanly navigating that corridor. It seems like they practice that one element of the map a little bit more than Jukes and Cats might have.
It looks like Jukes and Cats are doing 4D. Super
They're going
Diglett,
4D
Forcer,
strats.
Yakut, and Vivi are all defenders.
Interesting.
Yep.
Very, very
It'll be
interesting
interesting.
strat. I wonder if that's really what they're going with here.
Yeah, Super Diglett was the number one defender pick for Jukes and Cats, and Dubstep was the number one offensive pick. I don't know why he's not playing.
Yeah, this is really interesting if they really go with 4D strats. But I mean, as you'd commented, Super Diglett can play O
He
if
can.
needed,
He can play
and
out
I
pretty
believe
well.
Yakut plays both ways too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he does.
So perhaps it'll be Super Diglett and Yakut. I don't know.
And Vivi also plays both.
Okay.
I've seen him play both in pubs and
There's some echoing. Whatever you're doing in the background, Charm, it's making a lot of noise.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Is
Wow, we
that
only
better?
have. Yeah, it's fine. There was just some background noise. I think I'm gonna try to treat this one more time. Get a few more people watching this. I guess everybody's probably watching the USC match, but all right. So we'll switch back to our in-game view. So again, we have Noah's Ark on red, Jukes and Cats on blue. Noah's Ark currently has a 5-3 lead, so a
3,
two-cap lead.
2,
And this is our
1.
last half of action. Both teams going to try to go get those pups. Noah able to easily get top. CBV able to get tag pro mid. So he's going to have that on defense and lock down blue base. And it winds up being M Forcer and Super Diglett on O for the moment. Not sure if that's just a function of who went for which pups or if that's going to be the alignment.
I don't know. I've never seen M Forcer play offense ever. I know he's a good defender and he can rotate to regrab, but I've never seen him play offense.
So Flama Blanca able to creatively use the bomb and his 0.25 immunity to get out of base, but C-Bivy with a nice snipe. So no regrab. Okay, Flama Blanca is able to get regrab, and My Mega Noob just having a difficult time navigating those boosts near the top gate, and now he's behind 4 again. Looks like there might have been a slide opportunity for him there, but all right, so he's very patient, able to get a Juke Juice mid. I'm sure he was probably hoping for an RB, but if he can get in a base quickly here,
Oh,
not quick
nice
enough.
grab by Yakit.
Yeah, Yakit able to grab an RB, and it gets deployed, but he's able to prevent the cap. Enforcer trying to get out ahead of Noah, and looks like he's going to be able to, at least for the moment. Snaps hitting the bomb and sending him into a spike, and this sets it up an opportunity after a quick flaccid by Jukes and Cats, but the blue ball is able to get there. Mega Noob able to walk it in after another flaccid by Jukes and Cats. So now it cut out briefly, but let me see if I can get back in.
All right, Super Diglett has the flag. He's going to come in. If Jukes and Cats can get this return, it might be a cap. Super Diglett, and he boosts into the team tiles.
Okay, so a little bit of technical difficulty there. Sorry for our viewers. It looks like my internet cut out for about 5 seconds, but doesn't look like we missed a tremendous amount. Still 1-0 lead this half, 6-3 aggregate in favor of Noah's Ark. My Mega Noob going to be able to get out ahead of 3, but he goes back to base. There's really nothing there for him since that return isn't coming. Enforcer now does get returned by Snaps, but there are 2 blue balls in red base, so my Mega Noob probably just going to take another lap. Oh, Noah's going to try to get that snipe and get a return, and just not in time. My Mega Noob would have had a cap otherwise, but he's unfortunately not able to get that return for Noah's Ark. My Mega Noob still alive, still on the same carry. He's now got 3 to beat. Snap's able to track down Yakit quickly. I think that might have been another one of those grabs we were talking about where it's just going to be hard for him to get out. Mega Noob grabs an RB and gets around C-Bivy, and here's an opportunity. Enforcer grabs and unfortunately runs right into a Mega Noob, but he also gets returned.
Lam Blanca with flag pro right now. Chilling in the base, waiting for the red teammates to come over. Oh, and that is cap for Jukes and Cats.
All right, so sorry about that. I actually clicked away for a moment, so we didn't get that cap on tape. Apologies. Just trying to make sure our technical difficulties are all solved here. So C-Bivy with the flag in blue base, and he's going to try to go around the back door, but gets sniped from behind by my Mega Noob. Enforcer with a nice snipe. Super Diglett trying to hit that boost, and again right into that spy. It's just something we've seen from Jukes and Cats several times this match. So Super Diglett is going to be able to get out of... Oh, Noah is able to snipe him from behind. I don't know what happened there.
Here we go. Forcer up there again. Jukes and Cats.
Okay, so he's able to evade Noah for a moment. Flama Blanca with no one to beat, and the return just doesn't get there quite in time for him. M-Force are able to stay alive since there was no re. C-Bivy reminding his team to have 2 on O, 2 on D. I don't know if that's a joke regarding the fact that they're all D players, or if he just used the wrong macro.
Here we go. Bivy taking the boost top. Doesn't take the boost.
I think we're starting to see a little bit of gun shyness on those boosts, given the record that we've seen on the boost for Jukes and Cats this round. Noah trying to snipe C-Bivy, but just snipes right in front of him. But Snap's able to use those bombs once again to get a return for his side. Super Diglett now out of base. He's thinking about, well, he was thinking about getting that RB, it looks like, but now he's just trying to stay alive. Has a fortunate collision with a wall to avoid Noah, who was blocking that boost path. 4.5 minutes to go, still a 2 cap overall lead for Noah's Ark.
Hopefully Jukes and Cats can capitalize on this tag pro, but the Noah's Ark team does have a Jukes. It just wore out for their flag carrier.
So both flag carriers just trying to stay out in open space. Nobody's really being chased very hard right now. So Yakit does have the drop on Flama Blanca, able to get that return. Super Diglett does have a return for cap momentarily, and this will be a cap for the Jukes and Cats, who are now only down 1. with 4 minutes to go. CBivvy able to successfully navigate
Oh,
and get a cap for Jukes and Cats. What a quick momentum swing. Now it's tied.
looks like the 4D strats are actually working out.
Interestingly enough, there. Memeganoob still alive. CBivvy and Yakit not able to get the return. Memeganoob looks like he's probably
This is
just going to
looking bad.
grab this and
This is
get
looking
this
good
return.
for Noah's Ark. They get they got returned. They had a tag pro and base and everything. They have 2 tag pros.
Yeah, it's that time-tested debate between do I get the pop or do I just try to cap? And this time he chose to get the pop, and maybe he could have capped. Who knows? So both flags reset. Flama Blanca able to make a great grab and get out of base once again. He's really had a very, very good time getting out. And the blocks were real. Noah and Snaps able to set up great blocks for Flama Blanca to be able to go around the backside. And Flama Blanca now grabbing a Juke Juice. So once again, a 1 cap lead in the match overall for Noah's Ark. Aggregate of 7-6
Ooh.
so far. Flama Blanca is debating, do I get that pup or do I sit on that button? Now he's going to go get the pup, I think, now that he's just going to let Snaps go. There's a little bit of communication going
Hopefully
on here.
Meganoob can grab this rolling bomb.
Yeah, he chose to save that for his teammate. And Meganoob able to get his own return.
Great snipe. CBivvy
Grabs a
grabs
Juke
the flag
Juice.
with a rolling bomb.
Rolling bomb is
Rolling
out.
bomb.
So just to point out the difference in strats, Flama Blanca chose to wait on that rolling bomb and let his teammate get it, whereas CBivvy grabbed a rolling bomb in red base, but it wound up expiring before he could do anything with it. Exciting match. 2 minutes left to go. It's only a 1 cap game currently in favor of Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark
Flags
just needs to
reset.
hold them off for a minute, 40 seconds.
Flama Blanca just has that top pup on the timer. He's just always there. I'm not sure who's responsible for the bottom one. Snap's able to beat him to that tag pro, and looks like they might be able to. Oh, Super Diglett able to
Super Diglett
get
is out.
Snaps to overcommit.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Enforcer trying to figure out how to get out of base here. And Snaps
and it looks like he got out.
Yeah, Snaps overcommits once again. So he's going to go ahead and take that slam dunk. And if Yakit can get this return.
It could be
and this is a tie. 1 minute to go. Currently tied.
This is really close game.
CBivvy with a rolling bomb. Can he get to base and cap with 1 minute left to go? Oh, and is he going to get there? He gets there, a 1 cap lead for Jukes and Cats with less than a minute to go. Wow, this match has turned around. This was looking like a sweep for Noah's Ark, but the wheels have just fallen off in the last minute here for Noah's Ark. But Memeganoob now walking into base. The blocks are real, and we have a tie once again with 30 seconds. What an exciting conclusion of this match. Flama Blanca now with an opportunity. Can he cap? M4s are able to stop the cap. Great positioning there to preserve a tie. 16 seconds left. What will we see? Flama Blanca choosing to get the tag pro with 10 seconds left, but he's going to try to get into base and just boost right into that gate. It looks like that's going to be game. Wow. What a turnaround. An amazing 8-8 tie in game 2. This game was really looking like a win for Noah's team. So Noah has 14 returns leading the field. We have 2 caps for CBivvy, Super Diglett, 1 cap for M4, 2 caps for Memeganoob. Just very balanced play. You know, and ironically, I think with all those great grabs, Flama Blanca actually winds up at the bottom of the scoreboard with only 1 cap due to hitting those spikes and gates a few extra times. But what a wonderful match. This was just very exciting.
You know, I don't know what made Kitten Panda's team do 4D strats. I don't know what.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and let both teams kind of say their GGs here as we, continue to analyze the match. But we'll wait about 2 minutes, and then I think we'll try to go get an interview with each captain. First we'll go talk to Noah and, congratulate them on their game 1 win and kind of find out how they feel, about both game 1 and game 2. And then I think we'll try to get a hold of Kitten Panda and learn a little bit about the 4D strats.
for sure.
So what do you think the keys were to the game here today, Charm?
You know, I think this map is all about pup control and just like placement and holding the button. And you know, if you're placed well on the choke points, because there are many choke points. There's one on the top, one on the bottom, where the spike, the Jukes and Cats were spiking off that boost. If you just stand in the middle there, you can choke that. And then there's the choke points near the middle. So I mean, I think if you control the choke points and the pups, you'll have a good game.
All right. So it looks like Noah's Ark assembling back in their channel. So let's head over there for our first interview. All right, you're live here on Ranger Radio. We're here in the Noah's Ark channel. Noah, very impressive showing by your team today. A nice, solid win in game one. And then game two, looks like you guys had control most of the way. It winds up ending up in a tie. Noah, just wanted to get your thoughts on, what were your strats on this map and how do you feel about your team's performance?
Usually we're more of an aggressive team, but like this map is kind of weird in that they can get ahead so quickly. So we kind of tried to contain much more than like we we've done before in the past. So our return counts were a bit low, but I think at the very end we just kind of like lost control. Really, we lost our organization. I didn't do too well either, and I was nervous. I really wanted to win this.
Well,
But it
I
happens.
think we saw a lot of very exciting play. This was a pleasure to stream. Who do you think was the MVP for your team today and why?
White Flame, because he's White Flame.
Oh,
That's about
God.
it. He's really good.
What
I think
kind of
that Me
I'm sorry,
Mega
go
was
ahead, White Flame.
definitely. I think that Me Mega was definitely the MVP of that last half. He had some long holds, and there's a lot of time I was just waiting on regrab, which is a good thing for me to do.
Walk us
So I would give
through,
him the MVP.
over the last 2 or 3 minutes of that second half. Up until that point, you guys were holding on to a two-cap lead. The momentum looked like it was starting to swing in favor of Jukes and Cats at the end of the first half, but with about 2.5, 3 minutes to go, you guys still had that two-cap lead. Kind of walk me through, what your emotions are and what your thoughts are, and do you start to kind of panic a little bit as, Jukes and Cats gets some momentum swing and, is able to tie it up?
After being like so close to the loss there and getting that cap like at the very end, I'm actually kind of relieved to get a tie there because they really like caught us off guard at the very end. They really got the momentum on us. And,
As
I
you look
think that they
ahead
were
to
getting
the,
the power.
sorry, go ahead, White Flame. I'm sorry.
I just think they were getting some of the better power ups at the end, and we kind of lost our timers and kind of fell apart at the end of both halves, or both games, I should say. But we'll take a win and a tie.
As you look ahead to the rest of your schedule, what do you take away from this match as you think about next week and the week after, as far as what you want to work on with the team and where your areas of development are?
I think we have like a really good team, and the first two games just didn't show that very well. We played Balladinga Knights in 2001, who are both like fantastic teams. I think from now on we're gonna have like an easier schedule, and it's gonna be easier for us. And I think mostly just throughout the season we're gonna be building more team chemistry and hopefully becoming more of a threat.
All right.
Because we have a lot of individually really skilled players. We just don't have that team chemistry yet.
All right. Well, this was a pleasure to watch and stream. Thanks a lot for a great game, guys. Next on Ranger Radio, we'll be heading down to the Jukes and Cats to get some commentary from their captain. And thank you very much. All right,
There he
here
is.
on Ranger Radio, wanted to go ahead and talk to Jukes and Cats and get an interview with their team and their captain Kitten Panda. So, just some comments for me. I mean, I was excited to commentate this match. That first game was very close. I think a lot closer than the 8-5 result showed. But walk us through. I mean, I think the first thing we need to talk about is that last 2 minutes of that second half. What happened to your team where all of a sudden you're getting, pretty well controlled most of the match, and then all of a sudden, in the last 2 minutes, you guys are able to equalize and actually take the lead?
Well, I kind of went with an unorthodox lineup for that last game. All four of those players that I put in are typically defensive players.
We noticed that. We noticed
yeah.
that.
The mentality that I had was we had a lot of impatience in the first couple of games, which isn't necessarily bad, but it really worked against us with how aggressive players like White Flame and Noah were, both on the offensive and defensive end, and we weren't able to control that. But with the more controlled lineup and with more patient play, we were able not only to limit our pops, but we were able to control power-ups better. We were able to control the board better, and I mean, we feel a little bit robbed that we didn't win that game because I think these guys really fought back for that. But to get a tie in that game when the first half of that game was a little bit discouraging speaks a testament to just how good this team is from top to bottom.
If you had to identify who you think your MVP was today, who would you say and why?
Oh my goodness. Um,
Bivy, Bivy,
I think this evening we would have to go with Bivy.
Yeah.
In that last game. Um, I thought that his presence on the map was really solid. He's been working really hard this week to improve his game. And he this is his first 18 minutes actually, and based on how he played this evening, it's definitely not going to be his last.
All right. So as you look forward to the rest of your schedule, are there any lessons that you take from this game or anything that you think you want to work on more with your team going forward?
I think that it was really this map doesn't really speak to our strengths as much, in terms of at least offensively. I didn't get to practice with my team as much this week as I wanted to because of the snowstorm in New England right now, and so I wasn't even around like for minors as much either. So practice, and just looking forward to maps that aren't danger zone. But ultimately, I can't really say anything bad about my team because every pick 1 through 20 is exceptionally talented, and I don't know how I lucked out to draft such an exceptional group of players.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jukes and Cats. Thank you, Kit and Panda, for a great interview. And we are about to sign off on Ranger Radio. Thank you very
Thanks
much
for
for a
screaming,
great game.
Ranger.
You're very
Woo!
welcome, gentlemen. Thank you. Have a great night.
Later, dude.
I'm not a